Hey, what's up, everybody? Before we get into this next video, I wanted to take a moment to thank all of my crowned kings and queens for supporting Crowned by Kenzie. Your support has meant the absolute world to me. And to all of my new viewers, by the end of the next video, make sure you as well subscribe, comment, like, and hit that notification bell so that way you too can become one of our crowned kings and queens. Now, before we go, cheers to all of you guys. Now get into this intro, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Hey everybody, what's going on? Y'all know what's going on around this place. Like everything's just going haywire. I'm telling you, they do not want me to be great today. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a good day. Thank you guys so much and welcome to Crowned by Kenzie. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Who's in here? Comment and let me know if you can hear me or not. Hey Lizzie, can you hear me? Make sure, because everything is going haywire. Your microphone won't work for some reason. That's just weird. Let me know if you can hear me, Lizzie. Okay, good, good, good. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me over here today at Crowned by Kenzie. Now, listen, I've tried to get this video out a million times today and give my little commentary on it. But I guess I had to let everybody else get into it because, again, the internet and everything else would just not allow me to be great today. But I'm here now. So it's been a while. I hope you guys are doing great. Again, thank you for joining me at Crowned by Kenzie. Thank you, Lizzie. Before we go any further, make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell so that way you know when I go live or I post another video, which I am going to start trying to go live a little bit more. And tonight was kind of like my walk back into it, so to speak, to going live again. But anywho, all right. So I'm sure you guys, unless you've been living under a rock, I'm sure you guys have heard about the whole Jess Hilarious, Lauren LaRosa Breakfast Club situation. And if you have not, let me just fill you in a little bit, and then I'll play a video for you. So if you guys were not watching social media last night, let me tell you something. I was watching another YouTube channel, one of my favorites, and when that came across, I heard yup and jumped off that page. Like, listen, I'll get back to you later on. I need to get over here. I know that's right, Liz. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. But yeah, so I had to hop off that page and come on over to Jess's page because I had to hear what was going on. So apparently, Jess Hilarious has not been the happiest with her position at the Breakfast Club. Now, if you are an avid Breakfast Club watcher like I am, you could have seen this coming from 10 miles away. I've been saw her. I'm there every morning. I'm reading, I'm watching the comments, and I see what everybody is saying. So this really was not a shock to me. It was shocking that she said it online in such a public and on such a public platform. However, it was not shocking. I was not surprised, entertained up until a certain point. But I'm gonna let you guys listen to it and watch the video. I'm gonna share it with you, and y'all tell me what y'all think, and we'll discuss all of this on the other side. Now I'm gonna try to get to each one of these videos, okay? And yeah, we'll try to do it right. So bear with me. It's been a while. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Make sure I'm sharing that. Boom. Oh, sure.
Like not one motherfucker ever with this online shit. Like, why the fuck should we have to keep playing it? Man, listen, I know one thing. Angela, you ain't that motherfucking crazy. Not as crazy as niggas try to make out to be. Nah, it's the reason that lady wanted to leave that show. I don't know how she did that shit for 13 years, my nigga. I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck. Y'all already know what's up with me. I feel played with. I'm gonna play with niggas. Like, that's just like, come on. I've been quiet a lot. If Jess Hilarious is quiet, it's a motherfucking reason. I always got my motherfucking mouth open. All the time. How about y'all clear some of this shit up for y'all teammate? This shit is ran like a high school. Yeah. Yeah. It's ran like a high school. It is. Fair East Side High. Fair East Side High. Before Mr. Clark, though.
So let me tell y'all something. The funniest thing was, so y'all know I'm gonna be up early in the morning because I want to see what the message, what's going on. So I was up bright and early at 6 o'clock this morning. I went in and took my ass right to bed and made sure I stayed asleep so I could be up for this in the morning because this whole situation on Instagram was very, very juicy. So anyway, when I woke up this morning, when the Breakfast Club first came on, they start referencing um East Side High. What's the movie? Damn, I just had it on my mind. Anyway, Mr. Clark and so on and so forth. I can't think of it right now. But they start singing the song and so on and so forth. And I think DJ Envy had on the shirt that said excited like it's yeah, before Mr. Clark, but I'm just saying Mr. Clark was the principal in the movie. Was it Coolie High? What was it called? Damn, she just said it too. But anyhow, y'all know what I'm talking about. So anyhow, so when DJ Envy had on the shirt that says excited like it's the first day of school or something like that. And so they kept referencing first day of school, high school, so on and so forth, but it sounded like they were being funny. So I don't jump my ass on Twitter because I'm like, I'm trying to start this whole Twitter thing and see, how I can work Crown by Kenzie over there. And so my whole thing was it did not seem like they were gonna ever get to it. Like I thought, okay, well, they probably just gonna bypass this because upon first watch of this whole live video that she did, my first thoughts were this is bad. And even though she did acknowledge, which I think you'll hear her say, or it might not in this video, that she may not have a job tomorrow morning, which was this morning, or her badge might not work when she went up to the building. Yeah, I kind of felt the same way. So again, in the beginning, I thought they was just gonna be shady as hell. That's what I was expecting. But they eventually got into it and will eventually get into it. So don't mind me, y'all. Continue to pay attention and listen.
Like when he first got there. Mm-hmm. Y'all want a bitch to keep her cool. Look, check this out, y'all. Look, man. I get up every fucking day. Every day. And they always talk about, you ain't at work. You ain't at work. Yeah, bitch, I started picking up more shows. Hell no. That's how I'm getting. Hell no. Hell no. I have more fun outside the fucking studio than I have in there now. Is you crazy?
So it's very obvious. It was very, very, very obvious because as time went on, you could say Jess was there less and less and less. She just recently came back from maternity leave. Lean on me, boom. There you go, Liz. Thank you. There you go. But yeah, so she just came back from maternity leave not too long ago. And then the next thing you know, she's out for tour. Then the next thing you know, she's in Mexico on vacation. Now, I don't know about the Breakfast Club, but I don't know how their vacation hours build up. But after you've been out for several weeks or a few months on maternity leave, what job there shortly after you go on vacation? And you've only been with the job less than a year. Vacation time don't build up that damn fast. So I knew something was going on. And just she clearly just said exactly what was going on. She was unhappy. And so she wants to spend the least amount of time as she could in that building. I get it. I felt like that before here recently. Praise the Lord. Something changed. But we're going to keep watching. Hold on. We're going to keep watching.
On the news, I'm like, all right, look, that's her segment. Take me off that shit. Y'all give her that shit. Take me off that shit. She did. This is her segment now. This is no longer Jess with the mess. You know, got dark fast as a mother. Okay. I said, take me off that shit. This is not, it's no longer my segment. I said it. I said it. Take me off of that. Give it to her. Give it to her. Charlamagne said, nah, I don't want it to be her segment. It damn near sure is already. Like it's her segment. She's reading it and she's doing it to the best of her ability. Shorty is like that. Yeah. That's why I picked her to fill in for me for maternity leave. That's why I picked her. Y'all need to understand something. I'm never hating on Shorty. I already told her. I tell her every day. I tell her she's pretty every day. I tell her every day. I big up this woman every day. Every day. I don't have no reason to fucking hate on that girl. I don't. No, I didn't like her when I came back because I'm like, all right, what's going on? What's going on? She knew it. We had a conversation. Because the anger was misplaced. Nah, it ain't even you that I don't like. I'm realizing this is the way these niggas is doing shit up here that I don't like. Okay. Got it. It's her segment. I went to the person who does the intros, the sound.
Side note, guys, do y'all see that comment right over here? I just said that, didn't I? And you see what they said? They always want us to pit. They always want to pit us against each other. But to be fair, Jess is always out. She has more sick time and PTO than anyone I've ever seen at a new gig. I told y'all. That's weird. That's crazy. But anyway.
Sounds and shit. I went to Taylor. Yo, Taylor, make Lauren her intro. Take Jess with the mess, all that shit. She says, things can't just change like that. Why the fuck not? Why not? Y'all changing everything else, and I'm the only one that don't know. My goofy ass don't know nothing. Jess with the mess is not at Breakfast Club. I'm Jess Hilarious up here. Fuck, I'm Jessica Moore up here. Jess with the mess is not being done. Lauren LaRosa is doing the shit. She's
two observations here. I live for that necklace that she has on. That necklace is everything. I'm telling you, I live for that necklace. Everything. Second observation, y'all know Snoop from Baltimore. Little Sneep. Y'all remember her? If you don't know her, go back and Google her. But I swear, that Baltimore thing, she sounded just like Snoop in that video. And not Snoop Dogg, but Snoop, the female rapper. I think she was on The Wire or something like that. Y'all don't get me the line. Y'all know that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to these shows, but I know the person. And so I think this was the next one. Hold on right here. Hold on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So hold on. We'll get back to the next part. Mm-hmm. Hold on. All right. Here we go.
This is a fucking contract. This ain't no part-time little shit that I got. I got a contract that I negotiated and I got it. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm on air. She overtalks. She's over-talking me. Lauren knows she does this shit. Whatever. I've told her about this shit many a times. You know, she overtalks me. I'm like, yo, shut up. All right? Or hush, be quiet. Yeah, that.
All right, now just wait a minute. I be damn. I don't know about y'all, but I be damn if somebody at my job tell me to shut up or hush. The best thing you gotta do is to say, "Hey, excuse me, can I interject for just a moment?" And that still might get you side eyed. But I'd be damn if somebody at my job tell me to hush or even worse, shut up. But we're gonna let Jess go with this one. We're gonna let her go off. We'll get to it.
That clip that y'all saw. Yes, I shut up. I be quiet. Yeah, I've said that. And I've meant that. You know what I mean? That's the only way to get it a hush. So I'm like, all right, cool. One day I told her, I mean, because I went in the comments, I'm like, all right, people don't like that. All right, whatever. You know, I'm not her mother. She's another grown woman. I have to respect this lady, but she's not gonna keep talking over me, yo. I'm already confused on why the fuck she's still here. You know what I mean? Like on air, not in the building, on air, right? So I'm like, all right. I told her be quiet the next day. Charlemagne texts me and he says, yo, don't tell her be quiet. You tell her shut up.
Key, I want y'all to keep that in mind, okay? Because that's key to something that we're gonna circle back around for this later on. So I want you to keep that part in mind, okay? Keep that part in mind. And I was gonna show y'all the clip from Instagram. But in the midst of this whole situation, I just changed my damn mind. I'm gonna show y'all this video or this sound bite slash video, whatever you want to call it. I spent half the damn day trying to put together and got my ass up at 8 o'clock, no, 6 o'clock, 5-ish this morning. 2 hours extra, hour and a half earlier than I usually am up to record this stuff. And in the background, you can hear my Ring camera going off. And I wasn't going to let you guys listen to it because I'm like, ugh, I'm so embarrassed. The Ring camera going off in the background. But no, I'm going to play that because I want to give you guys what I cannot find on in none of these clips. I'm going to give y'all the whole situation. But anyway, keep listening and paying attention.
Play into that narrative of y'all beefing, y'all not liking each other. Why the fuck would we do that? But I'm like, you know what? All right, cool. She cool with it. I'm cool with it because I'm not a be quiet type of bitch anyway. I am a shut up type of bitch. Ask my kids, right? Even the 7-month-old, ask her. So
she just said the correct word, your kids. Lauren is neither one of those. Love you, Jess, but Lauren's not.
So then I asked again. I'm like, all right, so she's going to be the fourth host. That's what it is. Whenever we do find that, you know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of beating around the bush, y'all. This is.
Now, see, that shit was messy because at the end of the day, they already knew what it was. They already knew. So instead of beating around the bush with her, and again, if you watch the Breakfast Club and listen to it, you knew just like we knew. Everybody felt like, okay, it's about to be over for Jess. Because Lauren was slowly but surely making her way in. I mean, it was so obvious. It didn't take a rocket scientist to see this. So we saw, damn well her being in there, in the building, seeing the ins and the outs, and seeing how people are. You can just get the feeling. If you are intuitive enough, you can get the feeling when you know something ain't right. So I'm sure this is the reason for this whole rant. But continue to listen.
Corey, that nigga ain't saying nothing that ain't nobody else saying. It's just that he don't like me. He already don't like me. So it's like, all right, he gonna pack it on. Y'all, them niggas let her have a field day with Jess because I done had a field day with his ass. Trust and believe that nigga still hurt. Still hurt that I wouldn't accept his apology. Still hurt. That's on him. Still hurt. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's all right. He'll be all right. You know what I mean? But I don't care. Y'all gonna hear me. I don't do that. The problem is communication. Yeah. It been that. You rich Jess, who cares? Nigga, I care. I still care. Because it's still about policy and protocol and it's principles to this shit, nigga. Like, nah. The shit that Corey said it's been said. It's been being said. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like, nah. I'm not doing that shit. So, like, I'm not gonna be quiet and shit. Nah, I'll be at work tomorrow. And if a bitch badge don't work, sayonara. The fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is. The nigga.
All right, so y'all heard it right there for yourselves. If her badge don't work in the morning, then it's sayonara. You know. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me hold the line, y'all. Because I want y'all to hear the I want y'all to hear it when I record it, but I really want y'all to see it because I need for y'all to see the face and see the emotions. But I listen, y'all got time. Y'all off tomorrow, y'all gotta work. Cause I want to get into the whole thing. Like I want y'all to see. I want y'all to first hear DJ Envy first, because that's what I do have. I don't think it was a video out, or let me see, can I find that real quick? Y'all just hold the line for a second. Hold the line. Let me see, can I find that? Because I want y'all to see the actual clip where her and DJ Envy talked about it. Cause that kind of got really intense. I listened to it, but I want y'all to hear, I want y'all to see it and hear it in case you didn't. Because I want to get the feedback on that. So hold the line. Let me see. Can I get it? Because I know it's up here somewhere. Come on. Because I got it somewhere. Y'all hold the line. Don't disconnect on me now. Okay. I think this is it right here. All right. Here we go. Let me share this one. Hold on. And I want y'all to see Jess' face. Now, this really made a difference. Even though I really, after hearing it, just listen. Just watch and listen. Okay. There she go.
Yeah, I at first, no, I did not. I wasn't too fond of Lauren. No, I wasn't too fond of her when I came back because we had a whole plan. Even how when I came back, how I pick her to fill in for me, right? I come back, she ain't never leave. Then, all right, cool that she don't leave, but she's on only during my segment. If she was meant to be a fourth host, move her in another way. Why she got to be moved in on? Because nobody had a problem with Jess with the mess until she started reading right. You know what I mean? Till she started
So,
reporting. I wasn't hired as a reporter. I was hired as Jess with the mess. So she started reading and delivering details and all that stuff.
Yes.
Then that's when Jess with the mess wasn't good enough no more. That's how it was presented. So I'm like, all right, cool.
But who said that though? Because the internet said
what
that?
are we talking about? No. This is our listeners. This is yeah. Why can't we worry about the comments? And these are people that enjoy the show and watch the show. It's not all about Instagram. It's YouTube. It's like we have people that have been watching the show. Yeah, she's great at what she do. That's why I picked her to fill in for me. But when I came back, it's like, what's going on? If she's gonna be a fourth voice, why she only gotta be a fourth voice on my segment?
She wasn't a fourth voice, she was a producer. She was hired as a news producer to help with getting all news and doing interviews.
She was gonna be the senior news producer.
She wasn't on there. When you came back, Lauren was not on there. She was in the back doing questions, sending interview questions, reporting the news. Am I lying?
I thought she was.
She was on air.
Ask a question.
What?
Why didn't you wear the do-rag this morning?
Because
why you joke so much, man?
What you mean?
It's not a do-rag, it's a silk scarf, nigga, but it's not. It's not a joke. I'm serious.
Y'all know I love me some Uncle Charlotte, but that was very uncalled for. Okay. Now is not the time to make jokes. And this is not exactly, I want you guys are gonna get to this too. But I'm gonna take it back after this because I want y'all to hear her and DJ Envy just in case it does not play on this one. But continue to listen.
bring it to the radio. I want to laugh.
It's not a joke,
okay?
but it's not a joke.
It's a serious issue about it.
It is a serious issue.
Okay,
and
let me
now,
just sit back and watch it because I'm not Joe Clark.
Because it's not.
I am actually. Give me my baseball bat.
No, it's now Envy. That's what I'm saying. No, nobody has even tried to clean up the narrative that I'm a villain. Man,
You're not a villain. Who said you a villain?
Yo, stop acting like you don't live in them comments too, Charlotte. Stop acting like you don't understand.
What do I always tell you? I say stop listening to the internet. Stop listening to the comments. Stop listening to the folks on YouTube. Don't let them trick you out your position. What you did last night is what they want you to do, and you can't let the internet win.
No, but look, it's not even about what they want me to do. I did last night what I wanted to do, what I felt like I should have been did. I've been asking questions.
The internet loves mess. And one of the easiest ways to create mess is to pit people against each other, especially two women. And I don't dwell in that. And y'all know that.
Yeah, but
so boom. That's what I was going to get around to when I told y'all to hold that thought, stick a pin in it. Now, Charlamagne said they want to pit two women against each other, and he does not dwell in that. But then you guys clearly hear Jess say that Charlamagne is the one that texted her and said, yo, why you told Lauren to be quiet? Why you told her to hush? Tell her to shut up. So to me, my personal opinion about that does not sound like somebody who's not with that. It sounds like to me, you are those people trying to pit two women against each other. And I'm not going to say that it was necessarily because he's that type and want to pit them against each other, whatever have you. But I felt like maybe it was ratings driven because you're playing into the narrative. You're wanting her to play into the narrative that she just clearly said that they failed to clear up for her that she is the villain of that show. And again, I listen and I watch that show every single morning. And I see the comments, and the people really are feeling like Jess is the villain. They really are. I mean, there's no way around it. And they keep emphasizing to her not to pay attention to the comments. But in order for you to tell her something like that, as far as why you told her to hush, next time tell her to shut, you should have told her to shut up, to play into the narrative. If you're not watching the comments, then, oh yeah, I'm gonna get to that, Lizzie. If you're not watching the comments, then how would you know a narrative existed for just to even play into? You see what I'm saying? If you were never watching the comments, you would know that there was a narrative out there. So how the hell can you tell her not to pay attention to the comments, but on the back end you are? Let's continue.
See, this is the thing. You let the internet dictate what's going on. We've had conversations, and this is the thing. This is why I thought it was corny, and it's just me personally. I thought it was corny because we have conversations up here. We just have a meeting. If you have,
oh yeah, this it right here. This it.
Had an issue, a problem, a situation, or something that you felt, why you ain't bringing it to the team? When you came back, Jess, I pulled you to the side. I said, Jess, if you feel uncomfortable, if you don't want Lauren in the room, this is your show. We can make that change whenever you want. Did I not say that to you?
Yeah, you did. It is not about wanting her in the room, yo. It's about the segment. Like it was like y'all.
Have that conversation
y'all wanted
off
her.
Air. If you had a problem, say it to us. We had a meeting yesterday.
Off air. What
not
are we
like
talking
that.
about?
Not like nobody having my back because we have your back. As far as the Corey Holcomb thing, y'all been beefing for 11 years.
I'm not worried about it's not even about
you. Worried about comments. You worried about what people say after.
I'm worried about the
comments,
perception and my reputation. I'll be on the show.
I think that's easier said than done to tell somebody not to worry about the comments because keep in mind, these guys are very seasoned in this position. They're used to the comments. They're used to what people say. They have many, 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 many years of this. So they know how to handle themselves. Now, even though Jess is IG famous and she's on a platform, and IG is a really big platform, but I don't know her exact reach. I know she has a lot of followers. I don't watch her comments, so I don't know what they say. I assume if you're following her, then you must love her. Of course, there are some people in there with negative comments, so on and so forth. But This is a way bigger platform. So now you have more and more people. Maybe the demographic that she did not even cater to on her Just with the Mess, because a lot of people don't have Instagram. So they don't know Jess. But now everybody knows the Breakfast Club, and that's an even larger platform. So again, it takes me back to what I said. If y'all watching the comments, obviously, to know that there is a narrative out there for her that you want her to play into, she's watching them too. And on top of that, something else that she just said, my reputation. Her reputation being from Baltimore and just who Jess is from over the years that I've watched her, Jess is, I ain't gonna take no mess kind of girl. I'm just not gonna let nobody play in my face. I'm not gonna let anybody do that to me, so on and so forth. So not only is she maybe seeing the comments, I'm sure her family seeing the comments. I'm sure her friends seeing the comments. I'm sure her family and friends watching the damn show. So I'm sure people are coming back to her like, wait a minute, Jess, what's going on? These people playing with you. What's going on?
On me for 15 years. They've been issuing on
Deserve-
Charlamagne for
rightfully so.
15
But
years.
that's on you.
Rightfully
And the
so.
things that
I
people
don't care.
issue on me
It
for
doesn't.
is on me.
I don't let it affect me because I know who I am as a person. I don't give a F what them people say in the comments.
come
I know
on.
who I
Come
am.
on.
I know what I do.
Absolutely.
You let them people get in the comments and F with you. You're
Well,
great at what you do.
Everybody simmer down.
Like you are dope.
You're very
and you let
dope.
them people piss you off. No, F them niggas. You nice. Like what you do is funny.
I tell her
Like,
that all the time.
You brought
off
that
air.
energy that we needed to the Breakfast Club, and you let a bitch ass person in the comments say something to steer you up. I tell F them niggas.
We don't even know. We don't even know who these people are.
They could be bots and all that. But and we doing it on air when we could have did it behind the scenes. Like I F with you the long way, not on some internet ish. And they hear that through there. This
sounds very light skinned. But let's go to the phones. 1-800-585-1051. Let's open the phone lines. Everybody woosah.
I'm going to get a sparkling water.
I got my candles lit. I got my candles lit. If you need me to light sage, I'll light sage. Just want to fight. MVB and Beige Rage. It's the Breakfast Club.
That part right there, I ain't even gonna tell y'all no lie. When I watched the video, because listening to the actual show, just listening this morning and not watching, I couldn't see this part right here or that last part when Jess broke down. I ain't even gonna tell you no lie. That hurt right there. I felt so bad for her. I felt really, really bad for her because at the end of the day, she is but a woman. And she comes off very, very strong and she can handle everything and this and that and the other. But clearly, what we just saw right here, that was a real woman and she broke down. Now, some men break down on certain things, but a lot of men don't. Men can tend to handle things a little bit better. But that to me, that she let her guard down. She let her defenses down. Instead of being, Jess Hilarious from Baltimore, or whatever they say, she became Jessica. That shit hurt. I ain't like that, man. That part, I could not get with. But, anywho, we're gonna go ahead and move on from that part. All right, so her and Lauren get into the things. Lauren LaRosa. If you guys not familiar with Lauren LaRosa is from TMZ. I can't say it. No, I ain't even gonna try to. This don't mind me. This wine might be kicking in. I ain't even gonna try to roll my tongue and say it that way. But Lauren LaRosa, I'm saying it in my country old way. Lauren LaRosa. But anywho, that's when Lauren LaRosa comes in when she saw Jess break down. And Lauren LaRosa, if you do not know, is the lady that I'm not going to say she's doing this to Jess because she's not the end all be all to the Breakfast Club. She's new herself. But this is what the issue comes in. She is the one that, and you know what, and Lizzie, you know what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, and that's what I feel like. She didn't have to make that public. But that's the only way. After listening to everything, because now y'all know how it goes. When we first hear this kind of thing, we think in the beginning, oh, she just didn't. She just, you know what I'm saying? She trying to get public attention, so on and so forth. Why she just didn't take it to them in the meeting and this and the other. But after it was all said and done, I feel exactly the same way you just feel, Liz. Like, that's the only way she could be heard. She had to go public. They were not listening. They were not hearing her. And after even this morning, I still feel like they really didn't hear what she was saying, but they heard what she was saying. Does that make sense? They didn't really hear her, but they heard her. But in walks Lauren LaRosa. Hold on. Mm-mm. Oh,
feel in real time, right?
Yeah.
I'm feeling in real time. That be quiet. That was crazy as crazy. The shut up. I was like, oh, okay, because what we really giving up here? Like, what's up?
Okay,
right?
But
I didn't.
None of that was said.
I
You didn't say anything about that.
And then when I pulled you into the office with our EP with Eddie, the first thing I said to you was, Jess, we fighting for airtime and it shouldn't be like that. I want to know what can I do better as a producer. I think at this moment, because this is East Side High, West Side, whatever high we gonna be, we here and we together, so we got to figure this out. And
and let me move on to y'all heard this part. Sorry, just didn't get to show it to you, but let me move on.
I do better as a producer. What can we do better as the two women sitting right here next to each other to make sure that don't happen, because it doesn't look good. It's not going to play well for either one of us.
I literally swear to God, I don't even remember you saying that.
And that's exactly why I had Eddie in the room or EP.
I never ever heard that.
Because
you've pulled me to the side a few times to ask me, are you okay? How do you feel like about the stories and things like that? You've never said what you just said to me. Now listen, I have said, hush, shut up. Like, yo, you overtalk. And like I said, I'm not about to be up here fighting for no mic. Like, I'm not doing that. If I already got the job, like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not. It's four voices. Three of us are very opinionated. You know what I mean? Me, you, and Charlamagne. I'm not saying Envy don't got no opinion, but he don't jump in every single time there's dead air. You know what I'm saying? When you overtalk. And it's like the only time you can quiet down is somebody be like, shut up or hush.
My mom don't even tell me shut up, Jess. I'm a grown ass woman.
And
Oh. Now, I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. When I heard that part, I'm like, oh, this about to go left. This is about to go left real fast. Because when someone says that, things don't tend to go the right way. But praise the Lord. We're going to praise the Lord. Yeah. Continue. We're going to continue on.
I understand you could have said that on air right then and there, but right after when you say you pull.
I do better as a producer. What can we?
Nobody tell me that,
because the way that I do things when it comes to my job and my career, that's not what we on. And I told you from the jump, I was never going to give that to you.
Okay.
Ever. And I did I not? Our first conversation, I said, if I ever have an issue with you, I'm gonna handle it in a way where we can get through a conversation, because we grown, and regardless, you don't gotta love me, you don't gotta like me, but we here together. I'm here.
And listen, like I said earlier, the internet loves mess.
Yes, you are here.
And one of the easiest ways to create mess is to pit women against each other.
And you're here because of an opportunity that I extended.
Regardless,
no. I'm not sitting here like you don't deserve to be here. I'm not sitting here like you're not here. You're not going anywhere. That's not. Let's first and foremost, let's get that. It may be my delivery or whatever, but yeah, you are here. I ain't never say you shouldn't be here.
I said from the whole jump, yeah, Shorty do the job. Great. She's amazing. That's why I want it to be her segment.
I think y'all can work very well together. And once again, you got to stop letting the internet pit y'all against each other. I know the internet.
No way to tell me that.
I know the internet has created a narrative. Lauren versus Jess, Jess versus Lauren.
No, but
that's what it is.
It beyond it go, and that's what I'm trying to say is the internet is there. We see it. None of us can ignore it. I saw that Corey thing 2 weeks ago.
And so that was my point right there. Nobody can ignore that. Just like Lauren just acknowledged that she saw it, Jess saw it, Charlamagne and Envy saw it too. And I'm sure the higher up saw all of that too, because I saw it. And I saw, I saw it too. And I saw that the people were calling for Jess to be let go. Because the facts of this whole situation is Lauren is a journalist. Lauren knows her stuff. If you listen to the show, Lauren is just not a gossiper. Lauren she contacts the attorneys. She got all these different contacts to everybody, even with the P. Diddy stuff. Lauren, she's the one that she's like, hey, I just got off the line with his attorney or attorney this and the other. I just cut. She has her stuff. But keep in mind, again, is a journalist. She's a journalism background. She came from TMZ. TMZ is one of the most absolutely credible news sources when it comes to entertainment, celebrity gossip, entertainment. They're one of the most credible. When I want to know if something really, really true, I always go to TMZ. And that's where Lauren came from. So again, Lauren has that background in journalism. Jess Hilarious is just a comedian from Instagram.
Week ago, didn't say nothing about it.
Y'all clear up everything else. Nobody want to clear up that I'm not doing that. I don't like you, or I'm hating on a.
They say I'm gay. I ain't never came up here and said I don't suck no pee.
That's true though.
This is why I got irritated at, right? There you go. There you go. And I don't even think it's with Lauren trying to replace her list. I think it's just the fact of how everybody is going about it. How the people are going about it. They're not being clear. They're not telling her what the intentions are. Okay? They're not telling her what the intentions are because, again, like I said, Lauren is a journalist. Jess Hilarious is a comedian. She has Jess with the mess, but she just says the ish and she jokes about it, jokes about what's going on in the world with celebrity entertainment. But Lauren is the one that brings the facts. I don't think it's Lauren after it's all said and done. I think it's just the way of, how they say it's a way to do things. It's not about what you say, but it's about what you do and what you show, however it goes. And I think that's what it is. They went about it wrong, but let's continue to watch.
That's different now. Come on.
The last time I attempted to do that, Jess, it went so bad that I said I wasn't going to do it again.
Attempted to do what?
I don't dislike you. You don't dislike me. The day you came back. That's what my intentions were. And we talked about it.
That was different. The way when I did come back, Lauren, you have to admit that ish was crazy. The way we had a setup, we had something going, we had a whole nother plan. It went left. You came in here and it's like you did something totally different. The first thing that you spoke to was the things in the comments.
I know the internet. I feel like we're having a behind the scenes meeting on air, which is kind of cool. But let's go to commercial or something, and then come back.
Well, the whole thing is we need a resolution, bro. We'll take some phone calls, but like I'm resolution based and not argument based. So let's resolve.
Not argument based, you just went off. Okay, Andy. Even though he's full of ish. What did you say, Liz? To be honest, it's probably too late to communicate or whatever. The producers have already made their decision. She's done. When you see everyone in the room against you, there's your sign. And You're right. You're absolutely right. Because one thing about it, and I always try to tell people this, when you're working on someone else's job and it's not something of your own, you have to pay attention. You have to be very, very vigilant about the things that's going on around you. And when your employer starts to switch up on you and you start to notice certain signs, you know when you're on the way out the door. You know. And one thing an employer is never going to do, they're never going to sit and tell you, yeah, we're planning to get rid of you. We found somebody else is going to do a better job. We don't like you. We planning to demote you or, in their case, take your whole segment. We're planning to do that. They're not going to tell you that. They're going to keep it very, very hush hush. But if you pay attention and you remain vigilant and keep your eyes open, you'll start to see the different changes. And I think what this whole situation is, Jess is seeing the changes. And she's realizing what the hell is going on here. And I think if she's not 100% seeing them, just like we as the audience sees it, her family and friends see it too. I guarantee you, they see it too. And they telling her. Because, we're the audience and we have our comments and a lot of people talk, a bunch of bullish and this and the other. But at the end of the day, it's some truth somewhere. And if other people see it, like I said, I'm sure her family and her friends see it too. It's like they're slowly moving her out. They're phasing her out. And I'm going to do you one better for she just came back from maternity leave not too long ago. And then she has her tour dates and this and the other. And then she took a vacation shortly after for her birthday. Sometimes when a job starts doing those kind of things, that's another one of the signs. They start just letting you go ahead and go. Go ahead and take the time off. Because they slowly trying to phase you out. But I'm going to say this. I am going to say this. And I have to keep it fair and straight across the board. Because listen, as I build my channel and become more and more comfortable in this space, I'm always a person. You know me, Lizzie. You do. You know me. I'm always a person that's going to be a straight shooter. I'm always keep it real. Let's say how I feel about something. I feel like Jess got the job, signed her contract, and within 2 months, she got pregnant, or she was already pregnant. She announced her pregnancy, and she went out on maternity leave. And that's when they brought Lauren in to fill in for her, because I think they tried Lauren out before they actually made the decision to bring Jess in. They tried Lauren out before. So once they made the decision that Jess was the third new co-host, which she said they told her 4 people was never going to work. So that's how the Breakfast Club was in the beginning. Only 3. 2 men, 1 woman. Okay, fine. But if I have to be honest here, and again, straight to the point, you went on maternity leave way too soon. You had not given yourself, or Jess had not given herself, enough time to cement herself in that position, whereas no one else could come in and swoop and take her job. She didn't give herself enough time. She went on maternity leave way too soon. way too soon. She was only in there about 2 months before 2 or 3 months before she went on maternity leave. That's what it seems like. So you left that spot open. And the one thing you never ever want to do, and whomever is watching this video now, and whomever will view this video later, you never want to show your employee that they can thrive and even do better without you. Before you leave and take an extended amount of time off work, you should have submitted yourself in that position so well to make that and make such an impression on whomever that they had to feel like when you were gone, they couldn't do without you. There was nobody or nothing else that was going to fill your spot. And I think we all, if you work in corporate America, and I don't think it was unexpected. I'm not sure, but I'm almost sure that it was planned, a planned pregnancy. Lizzie, I'm almost sure it was a planned pregnancy. But you don't ever want to allow your employee to realize that they can do without you and then do better without you. And I said this a long time ago, and I say this in my own personal life and tell people outside of even this platform that you never want to do that. That is the setup. That is the beginning to the end. You want them people to feel like when you come back to work, oh God, we miss you. We miss you. We got this. We've been having this question for you. We can't wait in corporate America and everywhere else. The customers been asking about you, this and the other, and that platform, the viewership went down since you left. People have been in the comments like, where is Jess? When is Jess coming back? We know she's on maternity leave, blah, blah, blah. You want that. You want that. But after a couple of months, yeah, we know you from YouTube, but 2 or 3 months on the breakfast show, we don't know you like that. And everybody is used to Angela Yee. Angela Yee brought the facts. Jess brought the comedic outlook of the gossip that was going on, Jess, with the mess. It was mess. It was messy. She made it messy. For Lauren LaRosa, just like Angela Yee brought the facts. She brought the journalistic side of that segment. And even though Jess brought the comedic side of that, and it was funny because a lot of her loyal followers came over, she still didn't submit herself to the others that I mentioned to you guys in the beginning, before, that don't follow her on Instagram or don't have an Instagram account. And hold off for that, Liz. Good question. Good question, Lizzie. Hold on.
You're the number one beige raised person. You ain't never come up with a resolution, a solution in your life. Cut it out.
Well, I just want to say, Jess, what you feeling, we feel it together. And when the other thing happened that I called you about, I said that to you.
What was the other thing? Oh, you don't want to say
the academics thing. And I want you to know, I responded
to me. It's just lead.
I responded to that on Twitter. I didn't send it to you. I didn't feel like I had to, but I did. But I called you about it.
The comments. Stop listening to the comments.
Let me talk.
In real life, we love everybody. Y'all love each other. This can work.
It will work. It will work. What I'm saying, no, because this
is what I'm saying. Don't let it
I'm joking. I'm joking. From them making it a topic, and now it's a problem because we're talking about it.
I feel.
See, that's the thing. What I didn't like right there. Now, that's the thing I didn't like right there with Charlamagne and Envy, because to me it felt like they were gaslighting her, and they were trying to make her feel like woo woo woo, it's all good, It's all good. We're gonna pat you on the back. It's all good. Y'all don't worry about that. Don't even get into those comments and stuff until they hit her with a boom. We're gonna have to let you go. That's what it felt like to me. That it was a setup. They were just trying to smooth it over. Yeah, we brought it up because it's hot. And that's what the viewers want to see. It's going to drive the ratings up because I'm sure the people told them their ratings were through the roof. Because let's just be honest. I don't be up at 6 o'clock in the morning trying to listen to the Breakfast Club. I don't. I listen to them every day. But I go back. I recap. Or I come in at 8 o'clock and listen. And then I go back on YouTube, iHeartRadio, wherever. But I'm not up at 6 in the morning. And I'm sure if it was me, I'm sure it was a lot of other bloggers, YouTubers, so on and so forth, nosy ass people, or everybody was up at 6 in the morning to hear from start to finish exactly what was going to be said. So I'm sure the ratings were through the roof this morning. So you had to address it. However, I feel like they and they may not be planning anything for her, but I felt like that was just kind of like a sweep under the rug. Like, let's laugh about it, let's joke about it. That was not the time to be joking. I didn't find nothing about that to be funny. That was not funny. Those women needed to talk, and I kind of would have preferred if the men would have just left the room and let those women talk. Now, I would have preferred that none of it was made public, but hey, it's good for business. Give us something to talk about over here on YouTube and KrowndByKenzie. But it was nothing funny about that. It was nothing to try to brush or sweep under the rug because that's somebody's real feelings. So I didn't like that part. But
this will work, but sometimes this might have to happen, and it's happening with love because when I saw Jess crying, I came in here because I care about you. Have to be okay for all of this to be okay. And I'm a producer at the end of the day. You my talent. We gonna be straight. Everything's gonna be fine.
Let's take some calls.
This will.
So Lizzie, there go your question right there. So in the beginning, and this is where it gets a little confusing, and this is where it gets kind of sneaky at right here. They were in the beginning, before when Angela Yee left, they had so many trials. They had different people come in, right? Different comedians, different radio personalities, YouTubers, whatever, celebrities. They had different people come in and pretty much try out for this part, for this position. Lauren LaRosa, she was working at TMZ. TMZ pretty much told Lauren, so to speak, all alleged, TMZ pretty much told Lauren LaRosa, you can't work over there and work over here. It ain't gonna work. So Lauren LaRosa, she's trying to start her podcast or blogger site, and make sure to follow her on Instagram, Brown Girl Grinding. Brown Girl Grinding, Lauren LaRosa. They pretty much told her it was not going to work out. So you got to pick one or the other. She chose to take a leap of faith, and she chose the Breakfast Club. She didn't get the position. They chose Jess. I guess assuming that Jess will bring her audience over there, Jess going to bring the comedic relief to the show, so on and so forth. But it just went on maternity leave, like I said, and because Lauren was the best to fill that position or to fill in with Jess, they brought Jess in. I mean, they brought Lauren in. Now that's what it showed to us, John Q. Public. That's what it showed to us, that they just brought Lauren in to fill in for Jess while she was out. And then when Jess came back, it was like, well, wait a minute. Just like Jess said, we all saw the same thing. Lauren is still here. Why is Lauren here? Okay, Jess out for a while. She go on vacation. She go on tour. Okay, Lauren is here. And when the segment came out, it was Jess with the mess. And then they would say, yeah, Jess with the mess. Jess is out. And we have Lauren LaRosa filling in. Until the next day, it said, lovely Lauren, whatever have you, But it was Lauren's segment. And I remember being like, whoa, wait a minute, it ain't Jess with the mess no more? Oh, no. Let me rewind. Right before that, when Jess came back, then they start getting to the point where it's just with the mess, just with the mess when they announced a segment. And then Lauren take over the conversation. So that left the viewers like, what? It's just with the mess and Jess is sitting right there. So then it started to feel like Lauren was the one leading this segment. And Jess was the one that just, oh yeah, but they did this and that other, but Lauren brought all the facts and she was the one, she was 90% of the segment and Jess was the other 10. That's what it felt like, if that makes sense. And so once that started happening, it was just with the mess, and then Lauren LaRosa come on, start talking, and that's what Jess was talking about. She felt like Lauren was over talking her. Then it went to Jess was out on vacation, and then it went to the mess with Lauren LaRosa. You see what I'm saying? And so that's how it you know. And of course, they don't have to tell us everything they're doing behind the scenes, but it did make Jess look bad. I'm sure her phone was blowing up. People asking like, "Well, what's going on? Why they changed that so quick?" Because again, this girl is on your segment when she's supposed to just be your fill-in. She's now taking over your segment, and then all of a sudden, when you out again, the whole segment is under her name. So what are you doing here? You just the person laughing on the side or making a joke here and there. So I get 1,000%. But again, that's not Lauren's choice. So we ain't mad at Lauren about that. We love Lauren LaRosa over here, Brown Girl Grinding. We love her. We had her. But since this whole debacle, it has now come out that Lauren is one of the senior producers of the show. They never told anybody that until now. I think Lauren mentioned it somewhere else that she was a senior producer, but they never told anyone that until the thing. So it really does play into what Jess was saying. Nobody cleared it up to John Q. Public that she was in fact not the villain. And this was something that was being done behind the scenes. They played into it and they allowed it to go on without saying anything. And made it seem like, and again, that's why I kept saying when Charlamagne kept saying, oh, the comments, they trying to pit two black women together and so on and so forth. No. Yeah, they are. Some. But a lot of people, like myself, we're going off of what we see and what's being presented. And if you felt like John Q. Public were trying to pit these two women that you love and care about against each other, why neither one of y'all took the time to try to clear this up? You see what I'm saying? Why nobody took the time outside of today when everything just blew up to say, hey, Lauren, this is the executive or senior producer. She gonna be stepping in from time to time. Let me just tell y'all this because I see the comments. Because again, you see the damn comments. And the powers that be, they see them too. So they should have already cleared this up. You see what I'm saying? So it's all full circle. It's messy. It's messy all the way around. It's really, really messy. They could have cleared all this up before the girl blew up. So I felt bad for her, and I don't want to show you this real quick. I want to show you guys this, and I'm gonna let y'all go because I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed, and I want to show not that y'all. Hold on, I want y'all to see.
I think at this moment
we supposed to be a team up there.
Audio yesterday. Hold up, be quiet. How everybody a real estate agent? How everybody?
Because a lot of the wags do that. Rihanna
for a long time.
and her outfit mattered.
No, listen, hush. This is not a Travis. No, Lauren. No. Just listen. Just please, hush. This is not a Taylor Swift football game situation.
This will work, but sometimes this might have to happen, and it's happening with love because.
The audio yesterday. Hold up, be quiet. How everybody a real estate agent? How everybody?
Because a lot of the wags do that. Rihanna
for a long.
You see that? Telling her to shut up, telling her to hush. That's not cool. But again, she was advised, allegedly, to play into that. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. This has been long enough. I just wanted to get this video out because listen, I've been fiending to get on here to get y'all this video and see who was gonna watch and so on and so forth. Lizzie, listen, if you gonna join me here, I'll definitely bring your Friday evenings back. And everybody else, if you want me to go live, just let's come up with the time to get me to go live on a Friday. I want to feel like the people are actually watching. If y'all watching, trust me, I'll be here because this right here, it just made it just got me going again to see, people actually on here commenting. Even if it ain't but one person, it still just made me so happy just to see that someone was expecting this or someone is happy to see KrowndByKenzie again live. It fed me exactly what I needed. So again, I know that's right, Liz. I'm glad I could do that for you. Thank you, friend. I'm so glad. I'm so happy that I can just bring you that. Yeah, so let me know what time you guys are going to be on here. What do you think would be a perfect time? Inbox me. Send me a message on here. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, KrowndByKenzie, KrowndByKenzie on those different platforms. And just let me know what you like to see. Let me know some topics that you like to talk about. I try to do shows, but let me tell y'all the truth of the matter is, what the truth of the matter is. I'm gonna let y'all get off the line. I can't dedicate myself to bringing you guys commentary on shows. Now, I can randomly do it, but I can't really dedicate myself to that because, see, sometimes I don't watch when everybody else watching. And by the time I do watch it, the whole YouTube has already watched it, gave their commentary on it, so on and so forth, and everybody went over there. And ain't nobody interested in coming over here. So I can't really say that I can dedicate myself 100% to bringing you guys shows, but I will definitely try my best. But you guys, again, drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think, what you thought about this video, how you feel about me going live. And when I start going back live, guys, I want to start having cocktails. I hope you guys bring your cocktails along too. Really on Friday nights. You guys bring your cocktails and we can sit and we can talk and so on and so forth. Who knows? I might even do something special and bring somebody on and we can sit and talk about the mess together. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, Lizzie. I really, really appreciate you. Come back again. Now you're here. And everybody else, thank y'all so, so much. Even the replay game, when you guys get up in the morning and rewatch this on your way to work, while you're sitting up in the office, just remember to say hello. And before you say hello, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and hit that notification bell. I have enjoyed being here tonight, and thank you guys so much. Thank you for being a subscriber of KrowndByKenzie. Make sure to share it with your family and friends as well. Y'all take care. Have a good night. Bye.